Book 50 of 2020 was Funny You Don't Look Autistic by Michael McCreary. So this is a memoir about Michael McCreary and his experience with autism. And he retells experiences in his life to demonstrate his autism. But what he does is he does it in a kind of humorous way so that it's a little bit more accessible. And he also makes sure to emphasize that people with autism don't just have a classic version of autism. It manifests differently for different people. And what Michael McCreary is trying to do is suggest that yes, autism might mean that you have difficulties interacting with other people in the world, but it's not a life sentence. So when people get diagnosed with autism, or families of people with autism, it's almost seen as like a really bad thing and that they're going to struggle with life. And yes, they might find certain things difficult, but there are strengths with autism as well. So it's not, something that's going to be a disability that then affects your success in the world. You'll just have to approach things in a different manner, and kind of, adapt things so that you can deal with them if you have autism. And he demonstrates this because he's a successful comedian, and that although he has autism and he struggles with it, it's not stopped him from achieving things in life. So I thought it was a really kind of good memoir to help maybe parents who have children with autism feel a little bit more hopeful about the future of the child's life. So that was quite nice. It is written by a comedian, and so the comedian is American, and it's very kind of Americanized humour. So for me personally, I'm not a massive fan of Americanized humour. I feel like it's a little bit forced for me to find funny. I quite like subtle, witty kind of humour. So for me, it was a bit like, yes, some of it was funny, well, humorous, but the rest of it was a bit like, oh, he's trying to make me laugh and he's not really making me laugh. And the other thing as well is this guy who's written it is very, very young. And it's a bit like, why are you writing a memoir? You haven't done anything yet. And he actually says that in the actual book. And so he's obviously aware of it. But I mean, it's good in terms of it gives an insight into somebody who has autism. But it is, he's not really done much with his life yet. He's obviously become a successful comedian. But, it's not like a life story. So good insight. But I only gave it 2 out of 5 stars.